If you want to build a castle to protect your people, you must accept that it is not a simple construction project. Building a castle is truly a task that requires advanced engineering. A siege-proof castle is never just stone stacked upon stone. It's a choice made well before any of the walls go up. From a distance, a castle appears simple: walls, towers, gates. But for the people who built them, castles were meticulously designed mechanisms. They were built not to defeat the enemy immediately, but to wear them down slowly. Every path was carefully chosen, every gap was a trap, every delay strengthened the defender's position. The main idea was that a castle should not rely on a single line of defense. A wall can be breached, a gate can be lost. However, a series of defenses designed to further exhaust the attacker's strength turns the passage of time into a weapon. For this reason, castles in the Middle Ages were built as a series of defensive mechanisms. The outer defenses aimed to slow down the attackers. The inner defenses aimed to catch and punish them. In the middle, there was the last safe place, prepared to survive for a long time when the outside world was gripped by hunger and despair. Before the first wall plans are drawn, the terrain is assessed and the most suitable location is selected. Builders prefer elevated areas. Being high up not only gives you a view, it also saves you time. An army climbing a slope moves more slowly, tires more quickly, and arrives exhausted. Those defending from high ground can see the enemy long before they arrive, making any surprise attack impossible. Mountains are not places to avoid, they are places to exploit. If there is a steep slope behind the chosen location, there is no need for a wall there because the enemy cannot go where the terrain does not allow. Water is the second most important thing. Having a reliable source or well inside the walls means you can manage on your own. Nearby rivers are good for trade when things are calm and for stopping enemies in times of war. Roads and trade routes mean money because a poor castle cannot be kept safe for very long. However, there should be a balance. If the castle is too close to trade routes, it won't have enough time to react to any attack. If it's too far away, it will be isolated. The best castles are those where you can control everything, but without being vulnerable to attack, managing who moves instead of moving yourself. The site selected, the real plan becomes clear. It isn't one building, but as a sequence. A castle that can't be taken by force is created like a narrative to be gone through step by step, from the exterior to the core, with each section presenting a worse threat than before. The outer defenses aren't intended to stand for all time. Their purpose is delay. They set back the enemy, exhaust their resources, and put them under ongoing strain. Every advance costs the enemy in time, in people, and in how they feel. If those attacking get to the inner walls, they aren't a strong army any longer. They are just a small group of soldiers. Within the walls, being alive is organized as thoroughly as fighting. A castle unable to supply food for those inside will give in without a battle. Stores of grain are filled for months, at times years. Water sources are protected to prevent poisoning or destruction. Rainwater is gathered and kept since, during a siege, nothing beyond the walls can be relied upon. The people are also a piece of the plan. Guards are chosen not just for strength, but for loyalty. Information is risky in the wrong people's possession. Any person who knows the ways, passages, or secret entrances is a danger if taken or paid to turn. For this reason, secrets are divided, access is limited, and no single person understands the entire fortress. As an enemy approaches, the castle does not greet them with walls, it greets them with distance. The moat is the opening signal. Excavated both deeply and broadly, it makes those who attack halt and consider things before they are able to get to the stone itself. Containing water if it's able, and at times beasts to prevent people going through the water, it halts the energy of a push forward. Battering rams for breaking things down cannot stretch far enough to go past it. And digging under the walls is pretty much impossible, as water causes every tunnel to fall in. Over this space, entry is carefully restricted. A raising bridge isn't simply a way of crossing, it is a controlled permission. Ropes, wheels, and weights allow it to go up in an instant, turning a route open into a straight-up block of wood and metal. Some bridges are more deceptive. In bascule designs, the inner end drops into a hidden pit as the outer rises, creating a trap for those who rush forward without caution. What appears to be progress becomes sudden confinement. These things aren't intended to hold an army for all time. They are meant to make attackers collect, linger, and reveal themselves. And in battles of besieging, being revealed always gets a penalty. If attackers reach the walls, they'll quickly find something unpleasant. The gate is not a weakness. It is the most dangerous place to stand. In front of the main entrance, a further gatehouse is present. Heavy timber gates are strengthened by iron, supported inside by great crossbars sunk into rocky holes. On top, those defending look down from sheltered places, all set to hit directly downwards. However, if this gate fails, nothing opens freely. Past it is a different obstruction, and then another. The inner gatehouse is taller and more substantial, protecting the way into the castle's center. Here, the route reduces to a lengthy, enclosed corridor, made to hold up movement, not to permit it. From the ceiling, openings turn the area beneath into closed fight area. Rocks, arrows, spears, and hot oils drop where defenses give little cover. From the sides, slender cracks enable the defenders to attack without being viewed. Certain castles have several portcullises, iron lattices which come down and lock assailants in their place, shutting them within a room intended purely for their ruin. Each pace onwards heightens risk. Going back becomes awkward. Going ahead becomes costly. The castle does not rush to defeat its enemy. Outside the gates, the castle now appears as it really is. The walls aren't just things to hold people out. They are the weapons. A path goes all the way around the top of the walls, letting those defending move fast to spots where the enemy is pressing hardest. The defenders lean out from behind the wall's notched upper parts to attack, then pull back to safety, doing this again and again until the people trying to get in find out that being visible means you'll be hit. Thin openings in the stone go through the walls, set at an angle to allow a broad range of shooting, but show nearly nothing of the person shooting from inside. People defending can see those attacking quite well. Towers interrupt the walls at regular intervals, getting taller to control the land around them. These are for accuracy. Defenders from these higher places send fire to the sides, arrows at attackers from the side, not from directly ahead. Ladders against the wall turn into dangers. Siege engines that approach too closely are hit from multiple angles at once. The wall's bottom also fights off attack. The way it angles outwards softens the power of battering rams and makes ladders for climbing into awkward, unsafe positions. Machines for sieges have trouble getting close enough to be used. Everything works in concert, refusing the enemy any easy way to succeed. The inner bailey, the heart of the castle, has walls which are higher and more solid than those of any other part. This area wasn't made only for fighting. It was to allow life to go on, even when things got really bad during a siege. Livestock were kept safe, equipment was mended, and food was made. A castle which can't work when it's under strain is as good as beaten. The keep looms over everything. It's not just a tower, it is the castle's ultimate defense. Its walls are enormously substantial, and it has few small windows. You never go into it at ground level. Anyone attacking would have to go up narrow steps or go through doorways set higher up, which would leave them vulnerable all the time. Inside, the stairs go round and round clockwise, so those going down to defend have their hands free to use weapons, but those going up to attack are hampered in the small space. Supplies are stored deep within, food, water, and occasionally a hidden well. The keep is constructed to last longer than the siege, and if even this last cycle fails, there is a last resort. Secret passages that only a small number of people the castle's owners could trust knew about. go from the castle. They weren't for soldiers, they were for the leaders of the castle and their families. A siege-proof castle does not promise victory, it promises time. And in medieval warfare, time decides everything. But if you were attacking the castle, what would you do? The answer to that question is in the video you see on the screen. See you in that video.